Okay, she keep calling every single night. Yeah, I don't mind, for some cute advice.
Alright, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. So today's video, another banger, man. You know all we do is produce straight bangers on this channel, man. You already know what it is. But pretty much I've been asked multiple times, what classes do I run? What is the best class to get a nuked out with? What is the best class to get nuclears with? And that class is the same for me, whether I'm going for nuked outs or nuclears, because my playstyle is pretty much the same. I am a little bit more aggressive in regular, like non-free-for-all, but then in free-for-all I'm very spawn controlling and very bait and kind of just like baiting people in and stuff like that. That's pretty much how it works. But yeah, let's just go ahead and get right into the class. So the class I actually use is this right here, the Vapor, or as I like to call it, the Honey Badger. It's literally the Honey Badger. If you look at like the back end of the gun where the stock is, like that weird little thing that's kind of sticking out on both sides, right? Like right there on the right side that kind of looks like wings. That reminds me, especially in game, of the Honey Badger, and I believe that this is like a variant of the real life Honey Badger. If you didn't know it, the Honey Badger from COD Go of all time in any Call of Duty, and I believe that this is pretty much a remake of it, if that makes sense. This is just like the real life version. So it's the VAPR-XKG. I like to run ELO, I like to run Suppressor, Rapid Fire is a must, and stock. Now, if you're playing hardcore or if you're playing pubs and maybe you don't want to take the suppressor, you can switch it off for fast mags, which works really good. But honestly, I think suppressor is key, especially for free-for-all, so you can stay off that map. Normally in BO3, I never ran suppressor on hardly any of my guns for free-for-all. But in this one, I think it's a little bit better to run suppressor. Plus, suppressor in this game doesn't affect your guns like it did in BO3. Suppressor in this game, I believe the range drop-off is like 10%, and on free-for-all, that's not going to matter because a lot of your gunfights are going to be like close to mid-range, mostly that mid-range thing, so it's not really going to affect it. Next, no secondary. I just don't see a point for it. I run acoustic sensor. All right, acoustic sensor is an absolute must, especially if you have a headset. It works so well. Like there's no beating it. I know a lot of people like to run stim shot. Literally, stop running stim shot. Stop running body armor because once you get used to acoustic sensor, it's miles above its competition. Like it beats all these other things out. Acoustic sensor is mad good. It's 6 sense plus awareness built into each other. So if you have a good headset, just throw on Super Crunch in your sound settings, and you're a sound whoring king. Next up, I like to run scavenger. Okay, no second on any of these perks, so I'll just run one of each perk. Scavenger. After that, I like to run. So here's the thing. I normally will run cold-blooded because if you didn't know, cold-blooded protects you from the dog. Like, and in free-for-all, Nomad's dog it just runs rampant. It's ridiculous. I also think it helps protect you from Prophet Seeker mine or whatever, but I could be wrong. I'm not too sure. I can't really remember, but I know it does protect you from the dog unless you shoot at the dog. If you shoot at the dog, then the dog's gonna come for you. But yeah, after that, Dead Silence, an absolute must. I know a lot of people like to run Ghost. I don't see the point in it because if you have acoustic sensor, then people are going to, well, if you have acoustic sensor, you're going to know where they're coming from anyway. Because the majority of the people will run Ghost instead of Dead Silence. So if you have that acoustic sensor on, it still picks them up, and you're gonna be able to, you're gonna be able to prepare for that gunfight whether they have Ghost or not. But I like to run Dead Silence because A, it makes me quiet, so my acoustic sensor helps out even more because any footstep I hear is an enemy's, especially in free-for-all. And it also resists detection from the acoustic sensor. So if anyone else is in your game running acoustic sensor, then pretty much you're not going to be on their acoustic sensor, if that makes sense. And plus, yeah, it's just one of those things where Dead Silence I feel like is way better than any other perk in this tree. And yeah, that's pretty much my class. And if you're going for nuked outs, what I suggest the specialist wise, how do I access my, right here. So recon I say is a must because all these other guys have streaks pretty much that will, or specialist weapons that will kill other people, and those don't count toward your nuked out or your nuclear. Mostly nuked out because if you run Nomad with his dog and you get a kill dog, then it doesn't count toward the nuclear. I found that out. But yeah, run Recon, Vision Pulse is super nice, and Sensor Dart is a must. It recharges super quick. I just toss it down into a spawn where I know people are spawning from, so I don't have to constantly keep my eye out on it. And as soon as they pop up, then I can just immediately go ahead and just clean them up real quick. So yeah, that's pretty much what it is. The gameplay you're going to be watching is going to be actually my very first nuclear I ever got. So you're going to see like the Dark Ops challenge and everything pop up. I think it was on Frequency, I believe. So yeah, I hope you all enjoy. I'm pretty sure I'm using that exact same class setup: rapid fire, stock, with suppressor and elo. So yeah, I hope you all enjoy the video, and I will catch you all in the next one. Peace.
Taking Alpha. Alpha lockdown. Enemy has C. Capture the objectives.
Tag.
B secure. We're winning this. Losing Alpha.
Ready to launch sensor.
Enemy has A. Taking Charlie.
Q stores open.
Hostile TAC deploy beacon online. C secure.
Firing sensor dart.
UAV standing by. Friendly TAC deploy beacon offline. Losing Bravo.
In position, ECM deployed. In return, sensors are capped to your objective. UAV fuel check complete. UAV energy levels 50% depleted.
Losing C. UAV is on. Securing A.
Down.
Location secure. Maintain current posture. Enemy has Charlie. Securing C.
They're done.
All locations secured. Hold your positions. Enemy took Alpha.
Sensor dart up. Assault path right here. Hostile down. Nowhere to hide.
TAC deploy beacon online.
Hostile TAC deploy beacon online. Friendly TAC deploy beacon offline.
Down.
We destroyed their TAC deploy beacon.
Seraph dropped.
Losing Charlie.
Enemy tagged.
Securing Alpha. Enemy has C. Alpha secure.
TACOM task UAV on my grid. Should have seen that coming.
CUAV standing by. It's not one yet. Keep it tight.
UAV mission timeline 50% expected. UAV mission timeline.
Sensor dart up.
Losing Bravo.
Nowhere to hide.
Half time. the pressure. Break them down.
Tagged.
Switching sides. Secure the objectives. Securing Charlie.
Assault packs down. Come get.
Charlie locked down. Enemy took A. We're pulled ahead.
Force available. Eliminated Prophet. Eliminated battery targets destroyed.
Friendly TAC deploy beacon offline.
Really gone. Good night.
Hostile TAC deploy beacon online.
Good night.
UAV available for tasking.
UAV inbound. Commencing
Sensor available.
Taking Bravo.
Nowhere to hide.
UAV established overhead. UAV 50% time check.
Strike team KIA.
Seraph eliminated.
50% power.
You see UAV has departed the AO.
Securing Bravo. Taking B.
Enemy down.
Bringing tactical online.
Bravo.
Prophet down.
Taking A.
Enemy down.
Strike team standing
A
by.
secure. Our TAC deploy beacon is offline. Taking B.
Sensor data up. Sensor data out.
The objectives.
Really gone.